Alright, so TC1017, also known as Ken's class or Goboon. I'm gonna give a small review about the course and give you my thoughts about the teacher, about the class, about this whole new idea of teaching. And well, here it goes. First of all, about this new idea of self-learning or like free education, I think calls it Mr. Ken. The whole idea of this, according to what I experienced, is that students go by their own pace and the teacher is there only to help them. This allows for students who learn faster to go faster than the others, and students who learn slower, they don't have to like be pressured to keep up with the fast students. So in this case, it was applied to our computer class. It was quite simple. Mr. Ken told us this is what you have to do each week, or this is like the whole programs you have to do at the end of the semester. And it's up to you if you make them or not. But at the end of the semester, not each partial, but at the end of the semester, I'm gonna check everything. So yeah, that was one part of it, and each person was responsible of learning and doing the activities by themselves. And if they had any doubts or problems, they could ask Mr. Ken a class or make appointments with them. Then something else. This, contrary to many other classes, required us to talk with our classmates and to work together. We have a Facebook group, and we had to be very active on it. That was in order for like if we had questions, we could answer it. We could ask them on Facebook, and people would answer us back. And well, this allowed for everyone to learn a little bit and to help others. As well, we had to create a blog in which we started writing all our stuff, publishing all our works and everything. So there's that. So talking a little bit more about my personal experience. Well, I realized something that I kind of got the idea of, but I didn't know until now. I can learn by myself as long as I really like the topic. If I have like not enough interest in it, I'm not gonna learn by myself. And I'm a little bit better off with the old way of teaching, in which like they ask you like this is for, I don't know, let's say next week, and you have to do it, and we're gonna do it here, or if you have doubts you can make appointments. That seems to work a little bit more for me, because although I find programming interesting, I found other stuff more interesting, so I didn't put much of an effort on learning as I should. So most of the classes I asked Mr. Ken to help me out, because the information I found when I had to do it, when I had to research, either I did not understand it or I wasn't too keen on researching even more because I did not understand it. So that's the way it worked. Especially at the end when I was like tired of all the classes we had and the projects, I started asking Mr. Ken a little more. Then going on to the class itself, I think it's a really good idea. I think it helps a lot. It worked out for many students. I had a classmate which was halfway through the course in the first, I think, 2 weeks or 3 weeks, so he got ahead, and that gave him a lot of free time. I did not. Something else is that, well, programming can be made. There's several ways to do it, and there's not one correct way to do it, but there's like simpler ways to do it. And I found that sometimes I used to ask my classmates, and they used to tell me like, "Hey, go read my blog," and I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna go read your blog." And it turns out their program was like, mm, it was really difficult to understand, and they wrote a lot of stuff. So I went on and like I read, I understood, and then I tried to do my programs simpler so that more people could access them. Right, so I don't know what else can I say about the class. Those are like my overall thoughts, my general thoughts, my experience. Um, what else? Right, so if they ask me what could you improve, I think probably the availability of the teacher will be great, because sometimes like he was way too busy. Probably because if Mr. Ken did this in all his classes, and it is obvious that he'll have like a lot of students which had doubts and had to go with him to ask. I think that's like one of the main things I found, especially at the very end, because like for some reason everyone waits at the end to ask. So at the very end of the semester, like his schedule was full, so there's that. And I think that's it. Like I said, it was a very refreshing experience, and yeah, that's it. So if you're planning to take classes with Mr. Ken, be aware of that. If you're the type of person who likes to learn by themselves or who prefers to follow its own pace, well, go ahead. It's a really good idea. If you're of the old school type, like I am, and I need teachers to tell me what to do exactly, like most of the time, then I would suggest you try this new type of class and see what you think of it. So that's it. Thank you very much, Mr. Khan, for your class. Really enjoyed it overall, and well, keep up the good work. Thank you.